Hello, hello. How's it going, guys? Let me check if everything is okay. Alright, looks like everything is fine. How's it going? Okay, let's close this. Do not disturb. Okay, let me open up, grab this link to share in this. Okay, so let's switch to charts. Fantastic. We're getting a nice pump on BTC. I like to see it at the range low. The quality is great as well. What is this? Okay, it's ours. Never mind. Okay. So as always, guys, let's start. Hello, MM. Let's start with BTC. Then we go have a look at DXY indices. And in the end, we're going to have a chart request session. Okay. So Bitcoin, I mean, I cannot, like, I hate the beginning of the streams lately because I'm just talking about the same thing over and over. Like, so this was the previous all-time high for Bitcoin, right? And you can see we had we got rejected every single time that we went above. Basically, it's more obvious on the lower time frames. Like, every single one of these is just it's just liquidity grab. Everyone just longed when we went above 69 because it's the previous all-time high, right? But every single time those people who longed above this level just got trapped and BTC rejected. And this time it's been about it's been about 30%, and like I've been saying that a 30% rejection is not the end of the world. That honestly, I think it's actually healthy for the move as well, because I mean, look at this move to the upside. It's just very sharp, right? Look at this one, the previous sharp move that we had. We were just up only, right? And then what we get, this is a 30% retrace. But the difference here is that this one lasted for about 3 weeks, but we've been here ranging in this range between 70,000 and 50,000 for about 6-7 months now. Okay. Now, as long as this order block holds here, I think we can accept what Bitcoin is doing. I don't think this is we should be worried as long as BTC is holding above this level. Because the reasoning is this range. Let me go lower on time frame. So this is the range that created a new all-time high for us, right? So this is basically the origin of this move. As long as we're above, I think we can consider this a structure bullish. Okay. Now, you know that when I see a range like this, I would love to add the volume profile for it to see why this is not working. Oh my god, this trading view. Save and reload, please. What are these? Okay, so when I see a range like this, I usually add the volume profile. Okay, this gives us 3 very important levels that I love to be where these levels are resting. Basically, the first one is the value area high, the point of control, and the value area low. Okay, and this whole thing creates something that we call the value area. Okay, this basically means that 68, or like don't really get obsessed with this number, so we can just round it up to 70. So 70% of the volume for this whole range has been traded in this range between the value area high and the value area low. That's why it's darker, right? And the theory is that now that we're below this level, if we find acceptance inside, our next target would be the other extreme of the range. All right, so if we get something like this, we can long BTC here at the retest of the value area low, and our target is the range high. Okay, this is exactly what happened here and here. You can see we deviated here, right? Find acceptance inside, very deep, and retested it, went up, and hit the other extreme of the range. All right, so I shared a Bitcoin report yesterday. It's free. You can just join our Discord, and you're going to get daily BTC updates by one of our analysts. Yesterday I created it. Sometimes Crypto Bear does, BC Richfield. We have also the Trading Tank that sometimes write those reports, right? And yesterday I've been talking about if we are going to take a swing trade right now on BTC. Now I am aware that we have a very nice long entry on lower time frames, right? So right here, so this is the low that retested this the overall range low. Okay, and this is basically the range that created this low. All right, so if we gain above this level, which we did here, this retest usually is a nice long, and that's exactly what happened, right? But since we were below the value area on the daily, for me this is a still not considered bullish, at least. Okay, so as long as we're below this level, which is the value area low at 6,600, I think we should be, at least that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting on my hands on mid-term time frames. Of course, we're not talking about long-term, right? The holdings like the cold wallet stuff, we're talking about like swing trades, something for the next week or 10 days or so. I think it would make a lot of sense if we long BTC after this level gets flipped. But for now, I would love to see what's going to happen at this level on Bitcoin. All right. So yeah, I guess that's it. Like, since we're talking about BTC now, let's have a look at TPO as well. So on the weekly, we don't have anything yet, because okay, let's so last week the value area for last week is completely below the previous one, which is considered bullish. But this week BTC is trying to reclaim that they lost POC. Okay, so if the profile closes like this, of course we are heading to the weekend, right? But it's still important. I've been watching the weekend price action lately, and I think still you can find some good trades in the weekends as well. I'm not the type that stops trading in the weekends, and when I used to scalp the market, I can remember that I was trading the weekends actually, most of the time, but nowadays I'm mostly trading high time frame stuff, and for me the next 2 days is important, because I would love to see the profile shaping like this. I don't like BTC to lose this level, this point of control, or go back below 57,000 basically. Okay. The daily TPOs. So we hit the MPOC that we've been looking for. We have left some below, which is not very important for us at the moment. So if you're not familiar with what's going on here, I have a course about it. It's less than 1 hour. You can just finish it in less than 1 hour, and you're going to learn everything about TPO. But these levels, which we call naked point of control, are usually act as a magnet for the price. Okay, so we have 2 at the top, we have about 4, I mean this is for 2 days, we have 3 below the price, but depends on the momentum of the market. These levels can act as support and resistance levels. Okay, so these are just the levels to be aware. 62,900 and 63,800 at the top. Okay, let's have a look at our heat map. Where is it? Hello. Man, what happened with TradingView today? So liquidation levels. Is it the backup? Let's use the backup for now. Reload without saving. Yeah, okay. So these are the liquidation levels for on the mid time frame. So this is our range, right? We don't have anything to the upside on Binance. Let's have a look at. Oh yeah, we have a lot of them on BitMEX, right? So we're heading towards this one, but so if BTC finds the momentum that I've been looking for, I think there's a good chance for Bitcoin to just go and squeeze all these liquidation levels to the upside. So yeah, you should be aware of these levels. Okay, let me know if you have any questions so far, guys. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, there's also a chat that you can send your questions and basically interact with the chat. I have access to the Twitter chat as well, and of course the YouTube as well. So let me know if you have any questions. So let's have a look at indices for a sec. Yeah, I mean, NQ is basically doing what we were talking about in the it was Tuesday's stream, which was a private one for our members only. Sorry, give me a second to check this one out real quick. Okay. Okay, so NQ is has bounced off of the level that we are looking for. This is from 4 hour as a so we had this level on 4 hour, right? Heading towards a very strong resistance level. This level right here it has acted as a resistance before for NQ. Like it acted once here and then here, and we're heading towards it once more. I think if NQ could flip this, we can get a new all-time high, honestly. Okay, that's just as simple as that. Bake and cake. Oh, lots of cakes. I will have a look at bake and cake in a second. Let me finish up the indices real quick, and then we talk about altcoins, especially the ones that you have asked for. ES is basically, so I had this arrow. I've been expecting a move to this level, but like as we've been talking about lately, for some reason ES looks a little bit more stronger than NQ. Okay, now just have a look at what's going on. So this swing level right here, we're below this level for now, but ES on NQ, but ES is basically at that level. So ES has been a little bit stronger lately, and that's why we didn't get this move to retest this, but we did get it, which is this level on NQ. All right, but the idea is basically the same for ES and NQ. If we flip this level, I think there's a good chance for us to get a new all-time high. We have a lot of altcoin requests. I will have a look just now. All right, so that's it about the indices, right? Very interesting stuff going on. If we get a new all-time high on NQ on ES, it's going to be very bullish for crypto, especially at these levels, which is very crucial to close above the value area, right? If we close above this level, which I think if the indices create new all-time high, this is going to happen on crypto. This is going to be very bullish for Bitcoin. Okay, and as I have talked about at the beginning of this stream, my target is going to be the range high. All right. So let me grab some water and start with the altcoins. All right. Julius is asking about bake and cake. It's funny though. So let's start with bake on higher time frames. If you're asking about higher time frames, I can also have a look at lower time frames, but I think it's more relevant to have a look at these altcoins on higher time frames. So first of all, I do like this range. The reasoning is that you usually like to see your accumulation ranges to the downside. Okay, you want to market to range, grab the liquidity range, and then shoot off. That's exactly what happened here. Okay, so we had accumulated all the longs like this, and then we got a massive expansion to the upside. Okay, how much is it? This is about 500% move. Okay, and usually when things like this happen, the origin of that move is very important for us, and you don't have to be very smart or anything to locate the origin, right? Basically the range that creates that is the origin for this expansion is we call the origin of the move, which is this one right here. Okay, and you can see usually after these moves that are very sharp to the upside, then the market is going to retrace and find support at that origin level. So right now what I can tell you about Bake is that it's at support. Okay, and it's been accumulating a lot here as well, and I like the fact that it's holding above this level, right? So we have the low here, then we have a higher low, we have a higher high, we can expect another higher high here as well. Okay, so technically there's a good chance for Bake to go and create a high higher than this one. Okay, but for this to happen, this is just my analogy on higher time frames, right? In order for you to get an entry, you need to have a look at lower time frames. Okay, and I will talk about that right now. Okay, so what I do like to do in order to find my entries on the daily or lower time frames is that first of all I would like to find the low, okay, and then the range that created this low, which is this one right here. Okay, let me change the color of it so you maybe this, and then okay, so this is the range that created this low. If we find acceptance above this level, or we basically gain this level, this retrace to the range is going to be my entry. Okay, and then I could have a long from here. So this is going to be my setup, and I as we talked about on higher time frames, I am going to target the local high. Okay, so this setup is on the table basically, but there's a but here as well. Two things I don't like on this chart. First of all, this low, I would love to see a low that grabs the liquidity below the whole range. Okay, so if we talk about this, if this is the range low, I would like to see a low that goes below this and then come above, retrace. This is going to be my entry, and then I target the local high. Okay, but this chart is missing this part. This is the first thing that I don't like. And the second one is that we have these equal lows. I always where's my what? Oh, god damn it, man. So we have these equal lows. Okay, this low and this low are exactly at the same price, and usually these equal lows can act as usually price likes to go and grab the liquidity below this level, because this is this range right here that we're watching. It took a lot of time, and remember that we're on the daily time frame, right? And a lot of people opened long positions at this one. So every single move that we can see here on Bake, a lot of people longed, and when they long like at these prices, they put their stop loss below this low and then this low, right? Because a lot of people open their longs here as well. Okay, so usually you like all these early longers to fade out from the market in order for you to long. That's actually one of my most important principles. And if you stick around, I will show you a lot of charts that are doing basically exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so there is a long setup on Bake, but I wouldn't say that it's an 8-year a long setup. I would love to see something like this in order to go long. And the next one is Cake. Yeah, I mean exactly just like what we talked about. So we had this expansion to the upside. The origin of the move is here, right? And you just retrace to it basically. This one is much weaker than the previous one. So Cake is weaker than Bake. Okay, so let me tell you what's going on here. Let's turn on logarithmic for a second. Alright, so this is just a textbook example of a bearish downtrend, right? So you create a low, then a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so this can go down forever basically. And that's exactly what's going on here. Now, if you ask me that when we can assume that trend is going to change, is you need two things. Your first indication is for the price to gain above this level, and the most important confirmation is this level. So if we go above this, then you can expect the trend to shift. Okay, sorry for the terrible drawing, but that's I think it can it makes sense, right? And that has not happened on this chart. Okay, we don't really have an accumulation range, but on Bake, I mean we saw Bake, right? Let's have a look at Link, for example. Okay, this chart is. Let's have a look at Link on Bybit, for example. Okay, you can see that so we have a very nice accumulation range, and then you find your expansion above it. But on something like this, the reason that I don't like to trade something like this is because it's basically going down, and as long as we haven't closed above one of these swing highs, right? These are just our swings, right? As long as we haven't closed above one of these highs, a very strong close on the weekly or monthly or something like that, I just assume that this to go down, honestly. I mean, it might not happen. I know we're at a strong support and this can just do something like this, but remember that we're trading with the probabilities, right? If you long Bake right now and it goes and create a new all-time high, and you have no edge other than your technical analysis, you were basically lucky. Okay. Now you can also have some fundamental edges and stuff like that, but in terms of technical, if you have something like this, you should assume this to go down because the trend is bearish basically. Okay, I hope that makes sense. We have ER Berg asking about ADA. It's been a long time since I looked at ADA. What is this chart? Let's redo it from scratch. Okay, so on the monthly, this is very important. This is very important. Okay, weekly, what do we have? So nice. I mean, what is it? It's not this is not the best low, but I mean, whatever. Okay, so based on the levels that I have on my chart, I know you asked about the daily chart, but we're going to I just want to finish a top-down analysis. So on the weekly, it's kind of at no man's land, right? It is kind of at no man's land right now. I would like it to go either above this level or below this level to decide what I'm going to do with ADA. But we can have a look at more like low time frame stuff as well. So first of all, we have this low, which is not a perfect low, and like if you were around when I was talking about cake, right? Same thing. It's just going down, nothing else, right? Now I don't love this low, but in order for me to accept that this one was the low, I would like to see a close above this level. So if we see a close above this level and we zoom out a little bit on the weekly, all right, then we can assume ADA. Oh my god, my drawing, man. So if we go above this level, then we can assume that ADA is going for this level first rather than this one. Okay, but if we lose this, I think we're going to make a new low on ADA, honestly. Jinping Zhou will release on 29th of September. That's why I'm bullish on BSC. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. I mostly trade based on technicals, but the first one that you asked for was baked, right? The baked one is much more stronger than cake. You can have a look at BNB as well, honestly. Don't I have it here? BNB. But BNB itself is very strong, man. I mean, it's even stronger than Ethereum. I hate Ethereum at these prices. No logarithmic, please. It actually did make a new all-time high this year. God damn it, man. Very strong this chart. I mean, the worst case scenario for BNB at the moment is for it to drop to this level, which is still very bullish, I would say. So I kind of would like to see BNB at this level, because you can then long it targeting this, which is 100% move. Okay, so if we get something like this, I would love to open a long on BNB. This is going to be 100% move. And like if you've been around in crypto, yo, what's up, Jimmy? If you've been around in crypto, you know that like keeping a portion of your position open for after a new all-time high usually is not a bad idea, right? So we can easily have a long here targeting this, which is the previous all-time high, right? And then keep a portion open for like higher prices. Rocky is asking about, we'll look at oil and gold, showing a few. Yeah, I mean gold, man, we've been having a lot of fun with gold on this stream, not gonna lie. I'm going to create a video on gold pretty soon as well. So like, I've been talking about gold and I've been saying that gold is the only asset basically across all the markets that I still think trading the breakouts makes you the most amount of money. Okay, so you see, you have a look at what happened here. So this is the range that started from 2020, and gold broke the range in 2024 in February, right? And you see that if you could long this breakout, you've been up 30% on gold, right? And on lower time frames we have the same thing basically, right? So we had this range. So this range, this is the range high, right? And this is the arrow from the stream from here, right? So I had this arrow back here. If you long this breakout, you have made a lot of profit on gold, and 5% is a lot on gold, believe me. This chart looks nice. I mean, there is some kind of, I mean, let's have a look at if we could find some targets for it. So it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so this is the low. I mean, let's have a regular one for now. So that explains the amount, the rejection from here. The next one is resting at this level, which is the minus 1.618. But I kind of like this pool a little bit more. Yeah, look, they're aligning together, right? So this level is very important for me on gold. Green. So this is my next target for gold. Of course, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but if we get there, I would expect some resistance at this level. But I would assume, like, let's have a look at silver, for example. This is CFD, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. Maybe I just don't like CFDs. Yeah, silver is doing the same thing basically. God damn it! Look at that price action. Not at all-time highs yet, though. So gold, I think, looks like BTC, and silver looks like ETH a lot. Because if you have a look at BTC, we made a new all-time high already, but ETH hasn't. Okay, so ETH looks like silver for now a little bit. Very nice chart, I would say, because like it has everything that I like to see on a chart. First of all, the accumulation range is to the downside. right? So we have the liquidity grab events that we were looking for. Okay, it's not very nice, or it's a little bit hard to find range high and range low, but once you do, it just makes a lot of sense, right? So you see that we find some support at the range high. We can also have the profile. I think this is the value area or the point of control. Come on. I mean, never mind. TradingView is just playing us today. So yeah, deviated. We're currently just going up, making a new high, right? So you see that here the structure was bearish because we made a new low every single time, right? New low. And then once we got this expansion, the structure has shifted already because we have this low, then a higher high, higher low, higher high, probably a higher low, and then the trend continues, right? Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that the commodities are doing good. And also something like silver, it's been a lot of time since silver made a good move. And this is also is not considering as a great move and a very strong move to the upside. I mean, how much is it? I mean, 50, not bad. But it has a huge potential, right? The target is 50, man. Oh my god, let's imagine silver at 50. When was so it basically means that silver hasn't been at this level since 2013 basically. So the last time that we were at these prices on silver, it was January 2013. That itself is an indication that the commodities are very strong. And by the way, guys, if you are around, we are running a promotion for our Discord, right? That we have. Basically, the deal is you can buy our exclusive Nest Club, where you can find access to our tutorials, our courses, our videos. We have live trading sessions inside the Discord, all the tools, all the calls, all the educational materials that our analysts post. Okay, so this is exclusive Nest Club, and on top of that, you're going to get a free Bearbicator Pro as well. Okay, and this is just a look about what's going on inside our Discord. Feel free to check it out. The links are in the description. This is just one of those opportunities that I would love to kind of benefit off of. Okay. So back to what we were talking about. What are the views on the graph? GRT. Oh, I made a lot of money on GRT last cycle, and I know the price action looks like shit, but I like it. I like it because I remember I bought GRT at like when it got listed. I mean, I think it was somewhere around here. I think it was somewhere around here. So it got listed and it pumped a lot, and I was kind of like, I couldn't enter basically here. This is just the this is just 4 days after listing, right? But once we got this retrace, and I found it very strong, holding holding this consolidation. I took the long. I made a lot of money on this one. But it's funny because GRT is currently below that level that I made a lot of money on. Look at that, man. Holy. Some of these charts are kind of are looking dead to me, but that also means that there's a lot of opportunity in the market as well, right? So basically, like this is exactly what I tell you guys in every single chart on higher time frames, right? So when you have a very strong expansion, you should look for the origin of the expansion, and in this case, this is the origin. Okay, now I know it's a very, like, you should go lower on time frames to find the exact consolidation. In this case, it's this one, which I explained why I longed, right? And you see that usually when you have this very strong expansions to the upside, the market is slowly, like, kind of retraces to that level again. Okay, you probably can find a pattern like this on every single coin. Okay, now right now GRT, I mean, this is just hindsight speaking, right? We're not talking about this anymore, but more like locally, what's going on is but this is the accumulation range. I don't hate it. I would love to see a new low below this low before the move, so I kind of liked something like this a little bit more, but I mean, it is what it is, right? That's probably why it's not looking very strong right now. Okay, so this accumulation range, let's add the profile. Yep, it's not looking that great, to be honest. So usually you like the price to hold above the accumulation range. This is exactly what something like Link is doing, right? You see, this is the range high and it's holding above. Okay, those are the levels that you like to long. You can see I have a long as well, but on something like GRT has lost that level. Okay, so it's already below that level, and it's already below the value area as well. I don't think longing it right now is a good idea, but as I said, there's also a huge opportunity as well, because it's down 94% from the top, right? So if you're looking for a long on something like GRT that we know like has a good experience with, and we know the history and everything, I'm not saying that looking for a long is a terrible idea. I'm just saying that longing it right now is a bad idea. Okay, what I would do is I would wait for a new low. I would love to see a new low before the move to the upside. Okay, so if we get this is going to be my entry, and that matters a lot. Why? Because if you long here right now, okay, so it's the current price is this, you should put your stop loss at the low, right? And your target, your first target's basically this, the local high, right? The problem with this is that you have a 63% stop loss. It is not, I mean, it is not like too awful, but when there is a scenario like this, okay, that you can have a 40% stop loss and make like a lot more money, like, see, this is 470%, rather than this one is about 200%, right? So this makes a lot more sense, okay? And plus, like, something like GRT, if you miss one move or two and on something like GRT, it's not the end of the world, right? You just should be very patient with these altcoins, and once you get the setup that you are looking for, I mean, usually one or two setups are just enough for you. At least that's what happened to me, right? So you should be patient, very patient with these altcoins, right? So the only reason that I don't like, aside from the technicals, right? Let's talk about, I mean, in terms of technical, it doesn't look good, okay? But let's be rational here as well. When there is a scenario when you can make a lot more money and this scenario is still on the table, I would go for this scenario. Even if the cost is for me to lose a move, or like should wait more, I would go for this one. All right, let's have a look at Doge as well. I know I can see someone from Twitter is asking about Doge. So let's have a look at Doge. I should have it somewhere. Yeah. So Doge, this is the accumulation range, this is the value area for the accumulation range, and it is holding a value area high, at least that's the good news. I'm not going long on Doge yet because I still like to see the accumulation range high to flip into support. Okay, so this is the accumulation range high, and I am basically looking for this level to flip in order for me to go long on Doge. And plus, in terms of like, you should now know that if you're looking at something like this, especially on an altcoin, like Doge, if you're dealing with a bearish trend like this, which is very strong as well, and it's been there for about like 7 months or so, not 7, like 5-6 months, you shouldn't fight this. Okay, just wait for your confirmation, and then go for the safest play, because at some point these coins are going to pump, and you make more money if you stop losing money right now. Right? It's because you have a lot more money to go into the market once you get the confirmations that you're looking for. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to close this stream soon. Maybe if you have a question or like 1 or 2 more chart requests, I can have a look. Drop them in the chat and I will have a look real quick. In the meantime, I would like to have a look at Dixie. So yeah, Dixie is one of those that I pay attention a lot, right? So Dixie is so when we confirm this deviation here with this break of a structure, I said that I'm looking for a new low, and that's exactly what we're getting, a new low lower than this one. Okay, for now, I mean, the most bearish setup is for Dixie to go even below this low, something like this, which is perfect for crypto. I mean, Dixie below 100 level, it's just bullish, right? But we should be aware that it has, the move is done on Dixie basically. Okay, and if in one of these days this just decides to pump from this level, it just makes a lot of sense because it's at the range low. Okay, so be aware, Dixie's move is done. Right now some kind of like bounce is expected on this chart. Okay, Variety Life is asking for Rune. Let's have a look at Rune and then finish off this stream. Binance. Do you need any more explanation? I mean, this is probably coming from one of the previous streams. Someone probably asked for this. But yeah, we have this, I mean, huge range, right? At this order block, this orange box is the deviation, right? And we're currently back inside the value area, so above this level. Technically the target is the other extreme of the volume profile, but I think you can just trail your stop loss to get even more, like secure more profit on a chart like Rune, because I can see the potential here. Okay. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for the questions. As always, don't forget our promotion. You can get access to everything inside our Discord. Plus, on top of that, you're going to get a Verificator Pro for free. That's just a huge deal. The links are in the description. Check out the website. And with that being said, I wish you a fantastic day or night. See you around.